So you know how when you've been with someone for a long time, you just start predicting what they'll do? Like your wife giving you chores the moment she sees you chilling? Well, that's kind of how Bitcoin works. At first, I had no clue what was going on, but now I just pretend to work while hitting my targets. This week, super chill. Thursday, chill. Friday, chill. Saturday, chill. But Sunday, gotta be ahead of the game. Now here's what's cooking today. China's CPI inflation report is dropping. If inflation rises, Bitcoin is likely going up. China just injected 1.15 trillion yuan into the system, but they also pulled out 1 trillion, so yeah, inflation's still happening. The only problem? China loves delaying these reports. If their inflation rises, imagine what happens when the US numbers come out. You think Americans are going to work for minimum wage with rising prices? Nah. Here's how the market is expected to move today on UTC+6 time zone. 8 a.m. 3 p.m. green if China drops the data and it shows inflation rising. If they delay it, meh. Nothing special. 6 p.m. red, 5 p.m. 10 p.m. calm, 10 p.m. 11 p.m. green. Midnight, 8 a.m. more green, sneaky moves happening. Now about Ethereum. Big news. In Hong Kong, you can now use ETH as proof of assets for investment immigration for amounts above 30 million HKD. That's huge, and people are still doubting ETH? This thing's gonna pop, just like Bitcoin. But here's the real dilemma. Inflation is bound to rise, but the Fed, U.S. central bank, can't go full hawkish. But wait, if inflation is going up, shouldn't they be hawkish? Just like when it hit 9% before? That's why gold is at an all-time high, because the Fed has no bullets left to fight this. Here's why the Fed is stuck. Credit card debt is piling up. National debt is at an all-time high. Corporate bankruptcies are at a 14-year record. So the Fed is pretty much forced to be dovish, meaning keeping things loose with money. And here's the juicy part. The Fed just dropped their 2025 monetary policy report. They're officially ending quantitative tightening, QT, in June after cutting $2 trillion from their balance sheet. That means they'll stop pulling money out of the system. Translation? Liquidity is coming back. And guess what? Bitcoin sees this coming 3 to 4 months ahead. That's why Trump is already setting up tariffs to control liquidity. The Fed's reverse repo is now at its lowest since its peak at $2. And Trump? He's getting ready to flood the system with cheap loans and tax cuts. When that happens, China's going to counter with its own stimulus, maybe even earlier, to keep investments inside their borders instead of flowing into the U.S. Their pitch? Why invest in the U.S. when you can make way more in China? They've got access to BRICS nations and G7. The U.S.? Not so much. Buckle up. Things are about to get interesting.